Hello everybody, and welcome to another Dota commentary by yours truly, B Ballin. I'm sure you are all extremely excited. Oh my god. It's a Zoom mode game. This is a game from the APDL. It's the Asian Private Dota League. I played on the RGC bot. So, before I talk about the teams a bit, it's a pub game, but with high-skilled Asian Dota players. So before I talk about that a little bit, I'm just gonna go over a couple of things. One, you can still see my sexy user bar. It is extremely attractive. I'd do it. I'd hit it. I don't know about you guys, but I'd hit it. Anyway, still can't figure out the black bars, but I had a suggestion to try to go to use bootcamp and use fraps, but I think I'll try this way for a bit until I find a solution. And thirdly, it's been a little while, but I have places to be, people to see, things to paint. That last part is not very fun. In 90-degree weather, it's not very fun at all. But right now, it is very nice out, but I feel like sitting on my ass for a little bit and talking about Dota for a bit. Alright, anyway, enough talk. Let's go into the picks and bans. So, on the Sentinel, we have Ndrake and Capnate, and on the Scourge, we have chibix33 apostrophe. So, Ndrake bans Ancient Apparition, extremely powerful, multi-purpose hero, one of the best ultimates in the game, global, can shatter, prevents health regeneration, AoE magic resistance reduction that gives you vision and cold feet. It all amounts to an extremely fair and a balanced hero, so it's only right that he gets first ban. Ndrake also bans Invoker, 10 spells, incredible laning potential, so much versatility. And Clockwork, who is not really an imbalanced hero more than he is just a really annoying hero that you don't want to fight against. I feel like Clockwork has sort of taken the role of the early 6.5 era, where Beastmaster was commonly picked and banned in the European scene because of his map hawk more than anything else. I think Clockwork's rockets give him sort of that appeal, and of course he can solo against the Triad, and he has an extremely strong initiation tool where he can hook in from long ranges away and just do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Scourge bans the Shadow Demon. This is 6.72C, so Shadow Demon is a strong hero here. He is pickable along with the Nerubian Assassin, but Pit Lord is not pickable, unlike in 6.72B, so he is out of the captain's draft pool. So, Shadow Demon, really powerful laner, really powerful ganker, really powerful disruptor in team fights. Pugna, Ward, Blast, Spam. He's just a beast. He's really good at pushing, really good at turtling, yada yada yada. Really, 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 really. Let's see how many times I can say that. And I think, yeah, that is a Lycanthrope. Lycanthrope has been seeing a lot more notice in this version. The jungling change has enabled him to jungle a lot faster, and people are sort of realizing his potential now. He can farm extremely quickly with his wolves, which do incredibly high damage output. When he's in wolf form, he gets max move speed, of course, and he damages like a mother. And it's a little surprising to see him in the first 3 bans, but I guess since this isn't really a serious game, they don't really want to play against him. They feel like they want to sort of explore other heroes to go against. So Sentinel had first pick. They picked up the Batrider, an extremely annoying hero who is very powerful at laning and is just overall really annoying to play against. So of course I am in love with this hero, because if it's really annoying, then I'm gonna play that hero, like Clockwork, Batrider. Just really annoying spam heavy heroes that piss you off and try to make you angry. I'm sure that doesn't say anything at all about my personality, that I love to play annoying heroes and I love to piss off other people. But you guys will never know that, except that I just told you so. Derp. Anyway, common Asian first pick, Lich, and followed by an Earthshaker, extremely powerful tri-lane heroes. Lich can also solo long lane. His Dark Ritual denies a lot of creeps, but this is the most recent version. Did I just say most recent version? Please forgive me, because that was totally just not at all what I was intending to say at all. So yeah, god damn it. This is not going according to plan. So Earthshaker, really powerful support. He's just a beast. You've heard him be analyzed a trillion times. Meanwhile, Sentinel follows up with a Necrolite and a Tidehunter. Tidehunter would be extremely good in counter-initiating. He sort of can tank a lot of damage from the Lich ultimate once he goes in and just ravages all over your face with the incredible AoE. Oh my god, they're picking really fast. Necrolite, extremely strong hero. I'm gonna be surprised if he sees a solo lane, unless it's a solo mid lane, because he can't really lane very well against a Trillion. If you saw my last commentary, you saw that Nevo had a rough time, because Necrolite really, oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna talk more about the Necrolite. Actually, I'm gonna finish talking about the Necrolite now and then analyze the last couple picks and bans. So, Necrolite. He can handle himself okay in a solo lane, but he really needs to be up close and personal in teamfights in order to do his damage. He's not like a Spectre where he can just AFK farm and haunt in at any time and be useful even if you're just farming. Necrolite really needs items to be effective. He needs mana items, he needs tank items, and he needs to be next to his teammates and next to enemy in order to do a lot of damage. So he needs his items. So I'll be surprised if he is soloing that it's not in the mid lane, because that's the only real solo lane that makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Scourge followed it up with a Weaver. Weaver, a powerful hero. He can be fought against, but he's just extremely annoying to play against. I don't really like playing Weaver too much because although he pisses people off, he's not really a spammer, I guess. I'm surprised to see that Sentinel banned the Doombringer after Scourge picked the Weaver, but I suppose that they wanted a stronger mid-solo, which is why they picked up the Lion. They wanted a stronger mid-solo to go against, since they already have a Farmer and Necrolite. I guess they wanted more, because the thing with Doom, you have to sort of run in, and if you have Scourge on, Weaver can potentially see you and just Doom, or you can go invis as soon as he sees you. If Lion blinks in on you, you won't really have too much time to react. So they banned the Doom, they banned the Venomancer, extremely strong Turtler, Pusher, etc. Good utility hero. Scourge bans the Broodmother. Broodmother in this version... Fucking zoom mode. Alright. Broodmother in this version has been changed. He can't AFK push, but now he can kill heroes a lot better, which I guess is a different way to play. But the most terrifying thing about the new Broodmother is the fact that spiderlings become invisible under your web. Nobody really likes spiders. I mean, if you like spiders, I'm good for you. I don't despise spiders, but I mean, I'm sure some people have arachnophobia. So when you see a bunch of spiders charging in invisible, or if a spider surrounds you while under the web and you just like, oh shit, a bunch of spiders just came out of nowhere because they were all invisible, and you're just terrified with arachnophobia, and then Broodmother will just eat you alive. So I guess, or also they just don't want to play against it. So I think those are the primary reasons why Broodmother has been picked or banned. Alright, I'm going to pause it right here to talk about the last. Crystal Main, they noticed Sentinel didn't have support in the last two picks. They still don't, as you can still see. I guess Tidehunter will be the primary warder, and once Lion finishes his dagger, I'm sure he'll help Tidehunter ward a bit more. So Sentinel countered with the Lion. I'm sure to go against the Weaver. My god. I only get these voice cracks when I go into extended conversations shouting at my computer. Well, not really shouting, but speaking to my computer like it is another person. And it is really, really annoying. So hopefully these voice cracks will not continue. They make me sound like I'm 12 years old. Anyway, so Scourge countered with the Windrunner. Windrunner can solo tri-lane, very strong utility hero, yada yada. Windrunner has been seen in so many games. She's annoying, but I just hate her because she's basically in every game, and she gets boring. In the old days, Potom was sort of like that, but Windrunner is just a better version of Potom right now. Excuse me for 1 second. Alright. Anyway, and Sentinel countered with the Sand King. Sand King, Sand King's been seeing a little bit more play these days. This is a pub game, or a pub-level Asian game, so it's not really the most pubbiest of pubs. It's not like a European game where they pick all melee carries and just try to bash on each other, no ghost steps or anything. So they're starting to try extremely hard, and they're making lineups that make sense, but they're also experimenting with more heroes. Sand King, he would have been a good counter to the Broodmother with his Caustic Finale, but I feel like he'll be a support in the lane. I'm guessing there will be a Sand King, Tidehunter, Narcoite tri-lane. So Windrunner will probably get a lot of experience if she goes against that tri-lane. If not Lich, I feel like Lich will be more in the support role here, because Windrunner needs more farm. Lich only really needs level 6. So, yeah. Yeah, that was my analysis. Really well done, B-Ballin'. Anyway, Lion will definitely solo mid. I'm guessing Bat Rider will solo top. Unlike in the other lane, I feel like Bat Rider will have a much harder time dealing against a... I'm guessing it'll be a Panda Earthshaker Lich lane, just because Earthshaker can stun from long range away. Panda's Clap has long AoE, and Lich is just annoying to lane against in general, denying Novaing being a real pain in the arse. So, excuse me, a little bit my allergies acting up. It is a beautiful day, but I'm gonna sit inside and commentate this Dota game for a while. So, anyway, to finish this long-winded, rambling sort of captain's mode pickup, the Scourge picked up a Panda. Panda will sort of function as a Tidehunter here. He can initiate, he can also counter-initiate if a Lion blinks in and tries to stun the Weaver. Panda can. He won't be able to have the instant gib, like the Ravage, the instant stop everything what you're doing for 2 seconds while my heroes just go around hit you a bunch of times and you'll just die in a blink of an eye. So, but Panda can cause more havoc because his ultimate is more prolonged. It can potentially do a lot more damage and potentially do more single target disables in a longer duration cycle, and of course has a 5-second. Also, Panda is a decent laner. He has a strong AoE clap. He gives you the clap, and it's not very nice at all. But he's a Panda, and everybody loves pandas, except for... well, Asian people love pandas because they're like the national animal. Yeah, so Sand King, Panda, and Necrolite, sort of heroes that that are good heroes, but we haven't been seeing too much in competitive play. There's no really like out of the ordinary heroes. There's no really terrible heroes being played in this Asian private Dota league. This is also the league where Fear and Demon play from time to time. I see them play with Mushi, and Demon constantly reminds Mushi that, Mushi, you're my idol, and Mushi just sort of owns him. And I'm sure Demon enjoys that a lot. Anyway, time to introduce the players, because there's one player that is specifically why I chose this replay. So on the Scourge, we don't really care as much. So we have Deprekurnifer on Weaver. Weaver on Weaver. Weaver on Weaver action right there. No money on Lich, no $, but no money. chibix33 apostrophe, or Chibi on Panda. Crazy Cock, a little vulgar on Windrunner, but I guess it doesn't really matter because Windrunner is a chick, and try not to imagine fucking zoom mode. Anyway, well, forget the thought that I was just about to say because it would have been just wrong. And Ray Plu on the Earthshaker. So, meanwhile, before we look, and Draken on the Bat Rider, Kyosai on Necrolite, Zhaoman on Tidehunter, and who's orange? Orange is XDC Ken, and in middle we have Yamateh online. Now Yamateh, he is probably the original Asian legend. Of course, he is from Malaysia, I think, and he was really powerful with King Surf team in the old 6.5 eras. Of course, that's not really that old, but actually it's old. It's 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago. But he sort of retired from competitive play. A trademark of top Malaysian players is that they always seem to switch teams. Mushi and Yamateh always seem to switch teams quite often, and I'm sure that sort of got to Yamateh, especially since he was having not as much success. But he is sort of the original Asian legend. I remember in an old Luminous commentary when